12. Now when Salaman's heart turned to Absal, her star was happy in the heavens. Old love, put forth afresh, desire doubled his bond, and out of the running time she watched an hour to creep into the mansion of her moon, and satiate her soul upon his lips. And the hour came, she stole into his chamber, ran up to him, life's offer in her hand, and falling like a shadow at his feet, she laid her face beneath. Salaman then, with all the courtesies of princely grace, put forth his hand, and raised her in his arms. He held her trembling there, and from that fount drew first desire, then deeper from her lips, that yielding mutually drew from his, a wine that ever drawn from never failed. So through the day, and through another still, the day became a seventh, the seventh a moon, the moon a year, while they rejoiced together, thinking their pleasure never was to end. But rolling heaven whispered from his ambush, so in my license is not set down. Ah, for the sweet societies I make, at morning and before the nightfall break. Ah, for the bliss that with the setting sun I mix, and with his rising all is done. And to Baghdad came a hungry Arab, after many days of waiting, and the Khalifa's supper pushed, and got before a pasty luscious as the lip of beauty, are the tongue of eloquence, soon as seen indecent hunger, seizes up and swallows down. Then his mouth, undaunted wiping, O Khalifa, hear me swear, not of any other tasty than of thine to sup or dine. The Khalifa laughed and answered, Fool, who thinkest to determine what is in the hands of fate, take and thrust him from the gate. And before I talk about the illustration of a guy taking a drink of a soup or something at a table, before somebody higher seated, probably a king. I guess he's darker colored and a little more ornament. Well, I'll touch of ornamentation. So I guess he's supposed to be the king, but we think in the Islamic vision of a Khalifa. The Islamic system is not some kingship, but a constitutional democracy where the Khalifa doesn't really, he doesn't really become wealthy for his role as head of state like in other places. He doesn't use the bribes, and he doesn't give himself exorbitant salaries more than other state employees and stuff like that. But being diplomatic can be part of it. Certainly the royal courthouse with tables and well-made and well-shaped and flowers and gardens and stuff brought in. But so we don't look at what was the case of others, of what was claimed. We look at the actual system. Nowadays, it's even worse than the decadence that we attribute as being, the problem back in the day.